Hello, my name is Noah and I'm here to talk about the 7 applications I've made within the mobile web application assessment. So regarding exercise 1, we're tasked to make a basic buttons interaction app. Instead of making a basic button, I decided to utilize images and make them function as a button. So as you can see here on the right side, you can see click on each of them and they work as accordingly. You can see it took 453 milliseconds for it to load up. In regards to developing this application, it was pretty straightforward. I do feel like I should have used strings to store it into a separate file and make the mode less sorry, the code less chunkier, but I feel like this will do as far as I can see. So when task 2, we were tasked to make an application that utilizes both radio buttons and as well as spinners. And as you can see here, this is like the wireframe I've made for this application. The exact copy and paste over, apart from the utilization of, implementation of color coordination regarding when you click on each of the images. Each of the radio buttons, they'll display the desired destination regarding to each car. There's a bit of extra part on my side. In terms of developing this, it was pretty straightforward. Yeah, there wasn't much issues. I do feel like I could have potentially made it slightly shorter. I feel like it was a bit too chunky again, as I said. You might hear that a lot from me. But yeah, I did encounter a small issue when it came to the information was not aligned to the correct car, so I did create a strings.xml in this scenario to help separate them so it wouldn't be confusing. So in regards to exercise 3, we were tasked to make an application that utilizes checkboxes as well as arithmetic and logic operations. As you can see here, this was the main wireframe. Again, exact copy and paste over. You can see how the design is, the base pound, or the base burger price and everything. And with the arithmetic logic, where you click on each of the checkboxes and adds onto the total pricing of the actual burger. You can see you can order it or you can clear your order. The only issue I encountered regarding developing this was obviously I was fresh to Android Studios and I forgot that images cannot contain capital letters in them, hence why the images were not showing up correctly when selected on the ingredients. It took me at least an hour or so to figure that out. Yeah. But yeah, obviously there's the whole code here. You can see here. I always put comments within each project, and yeah, each project I do, because it does tend to get confusing and I do lose myself in where specific things are. So exercise 4 was probably one of my more interesting projects, where we had to make a catalogs app. Here's the main wireframe for it. Obviously I created another wireframe for another car in regards to it, but it's actually the same layout, same everything. I did get rid of this little scroll bar. I did implement it at first in here, but I felt like it was a bit ugly. Obviously the runtime was 527 milliseconds, a bit slower than the others, but it still does the job done. I did remove that. But yeah, I did made so that within the XML it will be set up as a layout and the information is changed within Java, so I won't have to create 4 XMLs at once. I also went above and beyond to add grayscaling to make it obvious to the user what car they're currently on, both the buttons and also the scroll bar, and also you can click on image, which take you they all work in terms of navigation purposes. There was a slight issue where I encountered where the information wasn't correct to the title, so I had to obviously link them together and make sure that they're corresponding with each other. So for exercise 5, we were tasked to create an application that essentially simulates a user experience in terms of logging in and registration. So you can see here, these are the wireframes here, the login screen, the registration, and the welcome screen. To give it a bit of a runtime, see how many seconds it takes. So in regards to runtime, it took 447 milliseconds for it to run up. Let's give a little breeze through this in terms of setup stage. So obviously you can see here, for to press submit, there's always error handlings to make sure that the user knows what information they need to fill in, or specifically tell them that they are missing information. So let's say you want to create a new account, that's your username, login. Essentially log into your account. I also implemented a sign out button. It'll be a bit annoying for the user to close the application to log in again. So let's say another user comes in, a new fresh user wants to use the exact same username. What will happen? So you can see here, exact same thing. Let's say a different car, make sure it's different. It says username taken, so you can see here how obviously the information is stored into the actual application, making sure about the user. Another user will not be taking the same username as them. So obviously when it comes to error handling, you can see here, let's say I were to put in username, password required, no, username password doesn't exist. Let's say if you have an account but I type in the wrong password, incorrect password and whatnot, it's vice versa. Now the issue I came up with regarding developing this application was being able to store the information. Obviously storing information was alright, but going to the welcome screen to verify that the user input the correct information to take it to the welcome screen. It did not do that for a while until I got some aid and help from YouTube videos, as well as ChatGPT aiding me in terms of developing this. But yeah, here's a quick rundown of each code. I did a total amount of 3 Java classes in terms of each of the code here, with the main activity here, with the error handling and whatnot. So yeah. So for exercise 6, we were tasked to make an application by utilizing searcher view and a recycler view. And let's give it a runtime here, and I'll just quickly show you the wireframe. So this is how the wireframe will look like. Essentially, you will see here when it runs up here. So the issue I came across was the phone struggling to store information. I mean, it is able to store information, but it's just that it does not show up immediately. Now it is, but usually it doesn't do that. Let's say I were to cancel and reload it, just bear with me 1 moment. So yeah, for example, I were to click on BMW, it won't display its information, it will just come up blank unless I click back and I press this. It will display the actual information there. That's the issue that's a bug that I've encountered. And yeah, and here are the 3 classes I've made: the main activity, and was the main page, the contact adapter that will be able to filter the information with the search view. So I'll just give it a quick search, TI, you can see here, auto. So that helps with the search view, and obviously the contacts where it puts in information below the name of the car brands. So when it came to the task 7, we were tasked to make an application that simulated obviously the reservation service, as well as utilizing a mini database. And so my database is using car.json, which is essentially a JSON file that stores information, and you use Glide as a way to produce those images. Now to set up Glide, I had struggles, and I had aid with both the Glide documentation guide as well as ChatGPT to help me install it, as this was new to me to install, and as well as utilize build.gradle and setting, just altering the settings both for the module and as well as the libs version .html. But yeah, altogether I had to make 5 classes, and I'll just give you a quick run through of how it would work. So obviously I did arithmetic value or arithmetic logic, where the price of the car will be multiplied by how many days it is, give you the total price, you can go to checkout from there, and you can be able to finalize your reservation. So you can finalize it here, reservation finalized. Let's say we were to go again, just a little issue I've encountered, or a little bug I've encountered. For example, you go, and I've also added this remove button in the reservation basket, where you were to click remove, and obviously I removed it, and I were to go back, it will still show as remove reservation. It's a bit of a bug. I'm not sure how to resolve it. I think if I were to spend more time, I'll be able to resolve that issue. Well, obviously you can reserve more than 1 car, or reserve this. Let's try this again. Save that, and you can continue browsing if you want to, or you can remove it, same as. So yeah, let's give you a quick look, see, and continue. And yeah, add that, or you can go back and reserve another car. So you choose this and that and that, and go to checkout. See, you can do that, and you can finalize reservation if you want to. So in terms of developing this, it was one of the most complex looking one in terms of installing Glide. So you can see here, and obviously each of these, main activity, the checkout activity, to make sure everything's correct. Adapter with the cars added in, obviously Glide added in as well when you import everything. It should be here with the recycler view and whatnot. But yeah, it was a struggle, definitely. I feel like I could have definitely made it shorter, but I think due to time constraint, this is what the most I could have done at the moment. Yeah, thank you.